Hey kids, Mr. Hammond here. Today we're going to be making a graphic organizer where we list different types of consumers. So to do that, you're going to find your next available page. For me right now it's 4. It may be a different page for you, or maybe you choose to do it on the other side. It's totally up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it to the side here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use that red line to my benefit. I'm going to use it to draw a line all the way across. Got to use the lines we got. So it's sideways, this is what we call landscape or horizontal orientation. If that reminds you of anything like photography. And next thing I'm going to do is at the very top, I'm going to write types of consumers. So I'll just put consumers. Let's keep it simple. Okay. Cool. Now I'm going to divide this into 3 sections. That's going to be probably the hardest part. So I've got to count up the number of lines that I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I'm going to say it's about 3 lines. So 25 plus 3 makes me 28. And then I've got to take 3 into 28. So 3 goes into 28. I think 9 times, because 3 times 9 is 27. So you've got to take the number of lines you have and divide it by 3, or another way of looking at it is what number times 3 gets close to the number of lines you have. So I have about, I said 28, so 3 times 9 is 27. So every 9 lines, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm going to draw a line straight down. And if you want to eyeball this, you can. Here we go. I go light, draw light, and when I see it's where I want it to be, I go darker. Okay, so we're getting pretty good here. It's starting to look like something. All right. Now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to make a small line out of this up here. To do that, I'm just going to start here and pull down a little bit. Maybe the width of a pencil, if that makes sense. And I'm going to draw another line, maybe a little bit more. Give myself a little bit more room. I'm just dropping that up. Okay. Wow, that was not the best. Okay, so we're kind of getting there. Okay, now I'm all set. I'm going to label each one of these columns with a different type of consumer. Now, remember, a consumer gets its food by consuming or eating something else. So the first one I'm going to do is carnivore. All right, carnivore. And the second one I'm going to do is omnivore. Mr. Hammond, you and your spelling. It's not a double M, it's O-M-N. And then the last is herbivore or herbivore. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make some symbols to represent each of these. If you would like to, find something circular to make a circle and draw it in there, you could do that. If you just want to just draw it in there, that's fine, or make a box. But make it as artsy as you want. I'm going to give you examples of what I'm going to do right now. So let's go ahead and for carnivore, I think maybe 2 teeth would represent carnivore well. So I'm going to make a mouth with 2 teeth. So I'm going to make a Pac-Man with 2 teeth. How about that? Pac-Man was such a great video game character. So there's my Pac-Man. We're kind of making icons. Okay, there's his teeth. Let me give him some more. Carnivore. So carnivores are meat eaters, okay? They eat other organisms. I'll make the little ghost running away. Get me away. Sorry about that. Just bumped it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do for omnivore, omnivores for this picture, I'll come back to omnivores. Let's do herbivores second. Herbivores like to eat, they like to eat other plants. They only eat plants. So I'm going to do another Pac-Man. I've been watching this video game documentary, so that's probably why I'm thinking about this. Now, most herbivores don't have necessarily sharp teeth because they don't need to tear into other creatures. So they usually have teeth that are a little bit more stunted or flat. Okay, so here's my herbivore, and he's going after a big old plant. So I'm going to draw myself a plant. I don't know why, but drawing somehow helps me remember things a little bit better. I don't know if there's anybody out there like that. There's my plant. So he's going after the plant. That's an herbivore. So herbivores like plants, carnivores like eating other animals. Omnivores will eat either, okay? So for this guy, we're going to have a Pac-Man. And we'll make his teeth different. We'll make teeth that are flat and teeth that are sharp in the front. And that's actually like humans, because we have sharp canines in the front and then we have teeth in the back for chewing things like plants. So we'll go ahead and we'll have a ghost because he eats other organisms. Running away, and then we'll do a miniature plant. They ate both. Okay? So that's my visual for that. Once I've done that, I think I'm going to draw a line just to separate it. This is my memory aid. This helps me remember what it is, the difference between a carnivore, an omnivore, and an herbivore. Now, the next part is you. You need to go onto the internet and you need to research different types of carnivores, omnivores, and herbivores. And I want you to write down what the name is specifically and what is it that they eat. That may be a little difficult, okay? But I think that you can probably find some good examples. So, for example, let's go ahead and say, I'm going to jump on the internet. And I want to look up what a deer eats. How about? And you can pick any animals. Actually, let's go with a polar bear. I like polar bears. Polar bears largely eat ringed and bearded seals. They may eat harp, ribbon seals. Wow. So basically it sounds like they eat seals and fish. Poor seals. Oh, they look kind of cute. Okay, so for carnivore, I'm going to put polar bear. And I'm putting him in carnivore because he doesn't eat vegetables. He eats seals and fish. Boom, and I'm done. What I want you to do is go through and find at least 4 organisms that fit in each category. How many? I want you to find 4. Okay? You need to find 4. Now, don't write that in your notes. I just wrote that in my notes to show you. But you're going to find 4 organisms for each one of these categories and put them down. And write what it is they eat. So for the herbivore, if you can find out what plants they eat, that would be fantastic. I know that may be a little difficult. And don't forget, carnivores can eat insects. Omnivores can eat insects. So if you find an animal that eats plants and then eats insects, it's an omnivore because insects are considered another living creature. All right. I hope that helps you. That's your assignment. Get started on it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thanks so much.